Yeah, I might have to side with Dr. Doom on this one. Ever since I heard him taking over, or the Avengers, or what the X-Men of this universe is going to take over Tobey's universe, our beloved Tobey Spider-Man universe, I'm like, nah, go ahead. Hey, Dr. Doom, do your thing. You're 100% valid. Everything is like A-okay on your end. Just do it, destroy that whole shit. Take care of it. I don't care. Here, even as a theory, and I'm like, damn. I really have to do my homework on this stuff and then look in the comments, but I'm just going to go off by bias just hearing off of this. If this is something that truly happens in the comics where, the X-Men destroy Spider-Man's universe and, in order for a great sacrifice, like, let my boy Spider-Man have a break. You know what I'm saying? Like, 100% he deserves a break, especially Tobey Spider-Man, my favorite childhood Spider-Man and everything. He does not deserve to go through that. I mean, there's been many times where, Spider-Man is beloved by, many people and everything, but it makes a lot of sense why I'm going to be rooting for Dr. Doom on this one. Dr. Doom is going to be 100% valid. Yeah, it's going to be 100% valid on Dr. Doom's end, and I'm going to be completely rooting for him. I'm going to be like, yeah, go away, Dr. Doom, do your thing, bro, kill them, destroy them, get them Avengers. I mean, because the Avengers really isn't going to do anything against Dr. Doom. I mean, it's common sense when you kind of see the power scaling compared to everybody else on the team. Everybody else, like I said in my previous video, if you guys watched it, but you guys probably didn't, but it's cool. You guys, they don't have a chance. They really don't have a chance against Dr. Doom. He has more sorcery powers. He can go to multimedia dimensions and trying to do a whole bunch of craziness. And on top of that, it's like you have a lot of base characters that don't really have experience, or they're not really established to be able to fight against these big potato threats. It's one of those things where I'm just looking at them like, damn, you guys gonna be cooked. It's like there's no choreograph and teamwork. Let's look at the new Avengers. Before this new Avengers Doomsday film is gonna come out, we gotta go back to what's that film called? I can't think of the name. But the new Avengers, they had Scarlet Witch's sister and everybody in it. They were not really a team. They were just people that was just working together. It was more of a Suicide Squad type of film. And yes, you had Captain America, you had the Soviet Captain America, you had her, Scarlet Witch's sister and everything. And it was just like, yeah, it still wasn't really enough because there was a big power scale and there was like a lack of experience when it came to being on the field. A lot of times in the scenes, I remember seeing the movie, they weren't really well coordinated when it came to certain attacks and certain surprises. Even towards working together, it was just still a big mess. And they still have, hopefully throughout this time period, maybe a year, they prepared themselves and at least have somewhat of a good training, but they don't seem like a team dynamic or anything like that, which they have experience with each other and knowing what they could do. It's like, I know when Dr. Doom gonna show up, he gonna start going easy, just just going straight through these people. It's gonna be catastrophic. It's gonna be horrific scenes. It's gonna be catastrophic just seeing what's gonna happen to them. Unfortunately, I don't think they're gonna stand any of a good chance against Dr. Doom and the X-Men. If that's gonna be a big plot, I know there's probably not gonna, you know how Marvel is when everyone's speculating stuff. I'm thinking they're probably not gonna do something like this where they're gonna have Tobey's universe being stake. Our beloved Tobey, that's too much of clickbait. It's like, obviously it's like nostalgia, but we gotta look at No Way Home. When that first came out, there were so many speculations when that film came out and people were trying to figure out what's gonna happen, who's gonna be here and what's gonna be going on, and is this gonna expand the multiverse of already an established MCU. So I don't think that's really gonna be a thing. It's gonna be one of those things where I'm just looking at this, I'm like, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how this is gonna play out. We're really gonna have to break it down. But damn, it's gonna be one hell of a clickbait though. I ain't gonna front. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna be like, damn, bro, they gonna take out Tobey like that? Man, Dr. Doom, do your thing. Of course, everybody else in the Avengers team isn't gonna stand much of a chance. Hell, I don't think the Fantastic Four is gonna stand a chance like that. Like, maybe in the comics version, there's someone who's super strong. Maybe Johnny can stand a good chance, but keeping a distance. But the only thing they're gonna have to do is use strategy, like a lot of base strategy when it comes to taking on Dr. Doom. Like, they can't just take him all head on, like Thor, what he's doing, because he's much of a heavy component and a heavy tank of a character. But they're not gonna be able to take him one-on-one and expect them to win. They're gonna have to be super strategic. Yes, everybody has gifts, everybody has talents, but doesn't mean you be able to fight. That's not gonna happen. That's the last thing gonna happen. Somebody's gonna win off of that debate. And just because everybody got powers don't mean somebody gonna win, somebody gonna have a chance, somebody gonna do this, somebody gonna do that. No. Nobody's gonna stand a good chance here. Everybody's gonna get their asses whooped. I know I keep saying this in the video over and over again, but I'm just excited in a way, not hateful, but very excited in a way to see where all this is going to go. Like how, if they're going to do any training, or if they're going to, fight each other. Like say at the beginning of the film, everybody's going to be fighting each other because it's like everyone has their own turf and their own cliques and stuff like that. And they're not going to be able to work together in that first half of the film. But then eventually we get to the middle half where it's like, okay, we have to work together because there's like this bigger threat that's going to take the rest of everybody in this particular universe out, and we'll be able to have to survive. And I'm looking forward to that, see how they're going to use dynamics. I love when they use strategies in fights, because a lot of times going head to head, it's like more of a Dragon Ball approach, and that's one of the things where I don't really consider to really enjoy too much, because Dragon Ball is like, you go one-on-one against somebody, but if the power gap is too big and, the opponent isn't not going to be affected by it, but say, for example, if they have weaknesses or weak spots, you have to use strategy just to be able to get around that, especially with Dr. Doom having on that armor. I don't know what his powers are, but, he's a sorcerer of that. I don't know more of that, but I know, this got to be weakness. Everything has a weakness to it. Yeah, dog, everything got a weakness to it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna say, Dr. Doom gonna have to take one for the team. Somebody gonna shoot. It's gonna be catastrophe watching this. So it's like gonna be like Logan Paul versus Mike Tyson. Or you watching that, you like, nah, ain't no way in hell he gonna win. I mean, honestly, but then, Logan Paul ended up winning. So I'm like, oh shit, I guess, it was set up. It doesn't make any sense. There's a big scandalous behind. You're like, how the hell he will? You know what I'm saying? You just like, that don't make no sense, but it's just plot, I already know that whole fight, by the way, was like paid because Mike Tyson won anyway. I mean, despite him being old, if you still have technique, you get straight to the point with those punches. The same thing goes with an attack. You get straight to the point. And, maybe if you do have little disabilities, but experience is going to outweigh everything. So that's the whole bottom line with all this. But I don't want to ramble on too much. I hope we see Toby. I hope we see Tom Holland. And I hope we see Andrew Garfield as well. And I'm really looking forward to this film. I am, waiting for the days. Marvel is on a generational run right now. Is looking like how it was in 2018 when it came to the games, the movies, all the stuff that came out on it. I remember Infinity War, you had Spider-Verse, you had the Spider-Man game coming out and all, just this big year for Marvel. I really appreciate them coming back. I knew they always had it. They ain't done it for it yet. I'm more worried about DC on the other hand. DC kind of, what this little universe, they, a little shaky, but hey, I know Marvel's going to stay in the game, but thank you guys for listening. Let me know in the comments if you guys feel the same way about these characters standing a chance against Dr. Doom. Go watch the film, please. I'm trying to beat this algorithm. And you guys take care. Peace.